Top of the starting gates, ready to run. Racing. Babel got out very quickly, so did Flower of Scotland. Deadly Shot, wider out, a bit sketchy. Glen Albin had jumped okay. It'll settle up handily place soon after, and Giraffe is going forward soon after the start, just in front of Taxagano. Then came Anvil Green, who dropped out quickly on the inside of Presenter Tie, and settling down last is Grey Enigma. No one's that keen to lead at the 1,000 mark, and Deadly Shot, whose rider, Paddy Carberry, looking down to his near side. He was able to cross to the fence and lead Giraffe. 3/4 a bit sketchy. Trapped out there in the cheap seats early. Fourth is Babel down on the inside of Little Flower of Scotland. They're a length and a half to the good of Taxagano. On the fence to Glen Albin, getting shuffled back after that start. Third last is Presenter Tie at the 600. Anvil Green over on the inside of Grey Enigma. Deadly Shot led them coming off the riverside of the track. They go out by the 500. Deadly Shot held together in front by Carberry over the favourite Giraffe. No luck, a bit sketchy. Off around them Taxagano. On the fence waiting for the way out there, Babel. Rider had a peep over the shoulder, looking to get around heels. Back behind them, Flower of Scotland. Presenter Tie getting cramped for room back in the field. Giraffe on the outside of Deadly Shot reached the lead. Here's the Great Southerner, Babel and Taxagano. It's Giraffe, Babel, Taxagano, and now Anvil Green coming with a run. Taxagano got the head in front though, close to home. Taxagano lifted home by stake wins it. Taxagano from Anvil Green, Giraffe or Babel. Close up, Flower of Scotland, and also Grey Enigma. A gap Presenter Tie, and Glen Albin, Deadly Shot, dropped right out, and after a torrid run, it's a bit sketchy, one of the last in. Number one is the winner, Taxagano, ridden by Daniel Stake. Takes out race 2 on the card. Second run in, Anvil Green or Giraffe. A photo needed for second placing in front of Babel. As we wait for placings, Taxagano, the top weight, the son of Regano, with Dan Stake for Fred Kersley. Second up, coming off a very solid return here behind King of Woo back on the 24th of February. Wins from a tight finish between Anvil Green and Giraffe. Giraffe just in the last little bit wanting to shift ground, and Babel was between horses as we stand by for the minor placings. But it's Taxagano that salutes for Dr. Rod Luca Telich, Dr. M. Sturgeon, Ms. S. M. Rickson, S. M. Ursig and J. Featherby. And Daniel Stake aboard for Fred Kersley was able to settle just in behind the pace. He brought it on the scene. Well-timed finishing run. Anvil Green off the back was charging down the outside. Sebring 7-year-old Colin Haddon for Jeff Pike. And also there, Giraffe, the Hallebeck Gelding, Neville Parnham and Stephen Parnham. The Flower of Scotland was looking for runs behind them. A Grey Enigma was close up, but Taxagano, with its third victory in 15 starts, salutes, and no minors to hand just yet after the second for the day. Now the third, the Fujitsu Ducted Air Handicap over 1,200 metres. There are the numbers 1, 9, 2 and 7. It's 1, 9, 2 and 7, and Grey Enigma finished in 5th placing. The time for the event is 1:23.54, and the 600 is 35.29. So Taxagano will pay $5.91.70. Anvil Green $13 at very big odds, and Giraffe $1.40. The third, the Fujitsu Ducted Air Handicap, is the next at $2.45. It's a field of 11 to run in the next event of the day. Well, we'll catch up with Fred Kersley here in a couple of moments. Makes his way down now towards the winners' enclosure. Gareth Hall is waiting there patiently as the Hall of Famer walks now into the winner's enclosure, and it's a great second up win by Taxagano. All right, let's take you down now. Here's Gareth and Fred Kersley.
Thank you, Darren. Fred, Taxagano was really good today, second up.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good run. They had him off the bit early in his chasing, but he was very honest going to the line, and yeah, pretty good run.
It was one of those races where no one really wanted to lead, but Stake realised I think he was on nearly the best horse in the race, and he didn't want to bring bad luck into the equation here today.
No, he got a good enough trip, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I guess the wind's a factor today. It's pretty strong out there and likely to get stronger, but given all of that, I was pretty pleased with the way he ran the line.
He had a really handy preparation last start, and looks like he's come back a better horse this time in.
He's matured a little bit. He's always shown ability. Even as a younger horse, he raced in quality races and performed well. So today is, yeah, it's really good.
Just keep on pushing on with him now, trying to find the right race.
Yeah, he'll probably blow out in distance a little bit after today. I think a mile's probably pretty much where he'd be going next start if we can find the right race. But yeah, just happy with him the way he is.
Great stuff, Fred.
Thank you very much.
There's the Hall of Famer Fred Kersley. Brittany and Taxagano too strong for Anvil Green was a great run, and Giraffe sat outside of the lead off a slow pace and battled strongly to the line to finish third. Babel back in fourth. But it was one of those races where I think the wind played a part, and Stake was at his very best. Got cover, produced Taxagano at just the right time.
He sure did, and we'll chat to him in just a moment as he just weighs in. But it was a great win from Taxagano. Talk us through the run.
Yeah, I guess I expected him just to begin a little bit better and perhaps race a fraction closer, but had him on the right spot on the corner, and I think Mr. Kersley just had him cherry right today. He's probably a little bit less than his ideal distance, and he had him fresh enough to be able to sprint and win.
He was very honest in the finish as well.
Yeah, I thought he found really strongly under hard riding towards finish.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. Yeah, Taxagano for D Stake. He's got a big job in front of him. He's got a couple of nice 2-year-olds to ride as well coming up. Anvil Green, Giraffe and Babel, the minor placings. That's the story after the second. The third race, I think it's one of our features. I'm looking forward to the third event coming up shortly, where we see Ali Kazoom back at the races. This